So Rab have recently updated their new range of lightweight sleeping bags. Sleeping bags really are Rab's bread and butter. It was way back in 1981 when mountaineer Rab Carrington hand-stitched and designed his first sleeping bags. Fast forward 40 odd years and Rab is still one of the best sleeping bag manufacturers. So let's get to it and have a look at the new range. So first off we have the Solar range. These are synthetic options that offer great bang for the buck. We carry these in a 2, 3 and 4 season model. They utilise a 20 denier Atmos fabric on the front, and the outside is ripstop and DWR treated to make sure it sheds that moisture and helps deal with condensation issues inside the tent. The inside is a plain weave, so it's not ripstop, but that means it's really soft next to the skin. Inside it uses a stratus sheet insulation, and on the top you've got a shingle construction, and on the bottom there is a plain sheet construction. The shingle construction helps to increase the warmth to weight ratio, and on the bottom they use a single sheet because it makes it better for packability. So these are kind of a good entry level sleeping bag if you want something that's going to last you a long time. Fit wise, they've got a roomy mummy fit, so there's plenty of space inside this sleeping bag to move around inside of it. Next we have the classic Rab Ascent sleeping bags. These are down, so this uses a 650 fill power duck down. It's got a hydrophobic treatment on it as well, so that means the down isn't too adversely affected by wet conditions, condensation, moisture inside the tent, those things you haven't got to worry about too much like down you might have had to a few years ago. This one comes in a 500, 700 and 800 version. We also carry a women's specific one, which is what I've got here. And they use a 30 denier recycled Pertex Quantum face fabric on this one, and they also use it on the inside too. It's got a really nice soft feel, very lightweight. They pack down nice and small, and they've got a great warmth to weight ratio that down sleeping bags give you, but these ones in a package that isn't too expensive. This has got the same fit as the Solars, so it's a kind of large mummy cut, lots of room inside to move around, doesn't feel too constrictive. So now we have the new Alpine range of bags. These are kind of like the real technical version of the Ascent bags we just had a look at. They have the same 650 fill power duck down, but these ones have got a tapered mummy cut, so as you can see they're much narrower down the foot end here. This helps to save on fabric, which makes it a little bit smaller, and they can use a little bit less insulation because it's more efficient, so you get less cold spots inside of it. This also uses a lighter fabric, so this is a 20 denier Pertex Quantum, so it's a little bit lighter, softer feeling. This one also gets something from the more expensive Rab bags, which are these chevron baffles, which you can see on the front here. So around the torso area you've got this kind of unique shape, and that helps to keep the down over your core so it doesn't slide away, which you can get on the kind of normal baffles. It might slip away to the sides and stop insulating you as efficiently. The other detail about these new chevron baffles is they are bigger, so you need less baffles, and with less baffles you need less stitching, so that saves on weight and fabric as well. All of the Rab sleeping bags use a trapezoidal baffle for the sleeping bags, which means you get a really good warmth to weight ratio and they're not stitched through, so there's going to be no cold spots in the ones that we carry. Now we have the Neutrino bags. These are the connoisseur's choice of lightweight down sleeping bags. These ones use an 850 fill power goose down, which has a really good warmth to weight ratio, some of the best down out there. It uses a 20D Pertex Quantum on the inside and the outside. It's got that tapered mummy cut, so it's kind of nice and tight fitting, so you don't get any cold spots in the sleeping bag. The pack size on this is really good, very small pack size, and it uses this complete chevron baffle right down to the toe box. We carry this in I think it's a 400, 600, 800. We do a women's fit, we do a wide fit, we do a long fit, so there's lots of fit options with this sleeping bag, as well as with the other ones we've looked through today. So I'd certainly recommend, if you're able to, getting to one of our stores and trying out the sleeping bags for fit, because like a pair of footwear, it's really important to make sure you get the sleeping bag to fit properly, because if it's too small for you, you'll compress the insulation and it won't keep you warm, and if it's too big for you, you won't be able to warm up the whole sleeping bag. So yeah, get to one of our stores and try them out. Great, so what thought I could show you now is the anti-snag zipper, which is on all the new Rab sleeping bags for this season. It's a great little plastic cap which goes on the zip so it doesn't catch the fabric on the inside. So it's got a nice smooth motion up and down. Another great feature of all the Rab down bags and quite a few of the heavier weight synthetic bags is this all-around shoulder baffle, neck baffle. It's insulated and it's got a drawer cord on it so you can pull it in nice and tight around your shoulders, and that stops any of the warm air escaping out around your neck. You also, most of them get a little zip pocket just on the outside of the baffle. In here it's a great place to store something like a head torch, so in the night you can dig that out when you've got middle of the night emergency. They all have as well a baffle along the inside of the zip to make sure that none of that kind of warm air escapes out the zipper. Now when you lie down, your feet aren't flat on the floor, they point upwards. So with all these Rab kind of technical sleeping bags, they've got a cut foot box, so it sticks upwards to go with your feet, so that your feet are well insulated and they don't push against the insulation too much. Again, this is an important thing for fit. If you've got really big feet, you probably will need a bigger sleeping bag to accommodate them. As you can see from our volunteers we've got here, they're all different shapes and sizes, and one sleeping bag isn't going to fit them all correctly. That's why we do them in different lengths, widths, and fits, ladies and gents. So yeah, come into store and try them out. So that was a look at our new range of Rab sleeping bags. If you have any questions at all, pop them in the comments below or head to one of our stores. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time.